In this video we're going to look at writing expressions for area and perimeter for squares and triangles. Okay, so if we look at the first question, we have a square. What we're going to do just quickly is add the values to the other sides. Now obviously the property of a square means all the sides are the same, so just let's write x plus 2, x plus 2 and x plus 2 on the last length. Now for the area, area for a square is area for a square is length times width. So if we call this length, okay, and this width, obviously they're the same thing, so it really doesn't matter. So if we write A equals L times W, we're then going to have A equals x plus 2 in brackets times x plus 2. Now what I want to do here is just move this up here, because we're going to look at how to expand these brackets. So if I've got A equals x plus 2 and x plus 2, okay, now I'm going to rub this perimeter section out for a second to make sure we've got enough space. So what we need to look at is when we've got two brackets to expand, we need to look at something called or known as FOIL. Okay, now, there's several ways to do this. That's generally the best way to remember it, FOIL like that. However, what I'm going to do is list it as follows. Okay, now you'll see exactly what FOIL, or how we do FOIL in a second. So F stands for first, O for outside, I for inside, and L for last. Okay, first, outside, inside, last. So again, if I rub this out, you now know what it stands for, and let me show you how to do it. So the first of each term, so this one and this one. So what is x times x? It's x squared. F is done. O for outside, so we now go for this one here and this one here, so x times plus 2x, which will give us plus 2x. We've then got I for inside, which are these two, the insides of the brackets, so 2 times x, which gives us again plus 2x. And then we've got the last one, L for last, which happens to be this one here and this one here. So then we've got plus 2 times plus 2, which gives us plus 4. Now in total we can rewrite this as x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. We can then collect like terms, so we've got one value of x squared in this entire expression, so x squared. We've then got plus 2x and plus 2x, which gives us plus 4x, and then we just have the number plus 4, so we write plus 4. So for area, so the expression for area for this square is as follows: x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we'll do the area for all three first, and then we go on to perimeter for the second round. So here we've got, again, same thing, length times width. Just going to quickly add in the dimensions. So here I've got minus 3 as well, x minus 3, x minus 3. Now the length and width are the same, but let's just write it anyway, length and width, okay, just to stay consistent. Then we have A equals x minus 3 in brackets times W, which is again x minus 3. We then do FOIL again, so just to save space I'm going to take this minus away, move it a bit closer to this one here so we can do FOIL. So first, outside, inside, last. Now what you can do is, if you want, is pause the video and give it a try yourself, see what you get. If you don't want to do that, then just carry on watching. So f for first, so I'll try and, so these two are the first, the x and the x, so x times x will give us x squared. Then we have outside, so this one here and this one. Notice I've highlighted the minus. Remember, it's important the plus or minus to the left of the number is associated with it. So that's not a 3, that's a minus 3. So x times minus 3 will give you minus 3x. Okay, then we've got the inside, so minus 3 times a plus x. So minus 3 times a plus x will give us again a minus 3x, because a minus and a plus make a minus. And then we've got a last, so minus 3 times minus 3. So remember, 2 minuses make a plus, and then 3 times 3 will give us 9. So that will give us plus 9. If we then write that all out, we've got x squared minus 3x plus 9. And then we've got x squared minus 6x plus 9. So in terms of an expression for area for this square, we have x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, now if we look at this triangle for area, we need to know the formula for area of a triangle. So it's the area is equal to half times the base times the height. Okay, and again we do the substitution. So this here is the base, and here is the height. Okay, so using the formula, I'm going to write a equals half times, now the value of the base is 6, times the value of the height, which is x plus 2. Now if I rewrite that, a equals half times 6x plus 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the half alone for now, and I'm just going to expand the 6 and the x plus 2. So 6 times x so a equals, leave the half for now, 6 times x will give us 6x, and then 6 times plus 2 will give us plus 12. So now I've got 1/2 times 6x plus 12, which will give me a equals 6x plus 12 all over 2. So that's just from fractions, so remember this is all over 1. If I do 1 times 6x plus 12, that will give me the top here, which is the 6x plus 12, and then the 2 times the 1 in the denominator will give me 2, which is this 2 here. So then if I simplify this further, which I can once more, a equals 6x divided by 2 will give me 3x, and 12 divided by 2 will give me 6. So the area expression for this triangle is a equals 3x plus 6. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to rub this out. We're going to look at the perimeter of each of these questions. So let's start rubbing this out. Okay, so if we start with question 1, this is for the perimeter. Now this isn't too difficult, the perimeter. The main thing you have to do is pick a starting point, and then you have to make sure you don't miss anything. Okay, so my starting point is here. All we then need to do is write everything down and then collect all of the like terms perfectly. So if I'm going to start here, I'm going to write p equals x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2. Now we know a square has 4 sides, so just to show you, 1 side, 2 side, 3 side, 4. Now because we know a square has 4 sides, we could also do P equals the value of one side, x plus 2, and because we know there are 4, we could just do that, 4x plus 2. Okay, now I'll show you both ways, but both ways will get you the same answer. This method here is obviously a lot quicker. So let's go with the first method first. So what we need to do is collect all of the like terms, so all of the x's. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So p equals 4x. Then all of the numbers. So I've got plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. That will give me 4x plus, and the value of all those 2's added together will give me 8. Okay. Now looking at the quicker way, we had p equals x plus 2 for the value of one side. Put that in a bracket, and because there are 4 sides in a square, we can simply write 4. Now you have to be very careful. You can only do this when all of the sides are the same. Okay. Now you can do this in a rectangle. Obviously only 2 sides are equal, so instead of 4 times whatever side you're doing, it would obviously be 2. Okay. So just be careful. Don't go for a shortcut if you're not necessarily sure, and if you want to double check, I strongly suggest you do this method here. It is longer, but it will make sure that you get it correct. So if we then expand this, p equals 4 times x, which will give us 4x, and then and then 4 times plus 2, which will give you plus 8. So you can see this and this are exactly the same. So for that expression, for this question, p equals 4x plus 8 is it for the perimeter of that square. Now if we look at question 2, okay, we've got perimeter equals, again let's do the longer way and then we can do the shorter way. So x minus 3, we'll go with the start point here, okay, plus x minus 3 plus x minus 3 plus x minus 3. So I've got 4 sides, just confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore p equals, collect all my x terms, x plus x plus x plus x for x. Okay, then I've got my minus 3, so minus 3, take away 3, take away 3, take away 3, which will give me minus 12. So my expression for perimeter for this one will be p equals 4x minus 12. Again, the quicker way just to show you, p equals x minus 3, because that's the value of one side, and then because all 4 are equal, I can say multiply by 4, then we can just do our expansion. So p equals 4 times x will give us 4x, and then 4 times minus 3 will give us minus 12. As you can see, it's exactly the same as the longer method. Okay, but if you're just learning this, I'll suggest the slower method first to make sure you get the hang of it, and then once you do have the hang of it, you can start speeding it up. Right, now if we look at the last question, which is a triangle now. Okay, we need the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, so perimeter of a triangle, same principle applies. Pick your starting point. So I'm just going to go for up here as my starting point, and you've got to picture yourself walking around it. So p equals, and we're going to go this way. So I'll walk down the hypotenuse, that's called the longest side of a triangle. So it's 7. I'm now here, okay, and I need to walk across this length, which is plus 6. I'm now here on the last run. I need to go up back to the starting point, which is plus x plus 2. I then need to calculate, I then need to collect like terms. So 7 plus 6 plus 2, so 7 and 6 will give me 13, add the 2, give me 15, and then plus the x which is by itself. So I have 15 plus x. Now for this there is no shortcut because not all of the side lengths are the same, so I can't do 3 times x plus 2 or anything like that. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like down below. If you've got any comments or questions about this video, leave them down below as well. And I would recommend you subscribe just so that you get notifications of when I upload these videos, which are going to be on a regular basis. I forgot to colour this in.